Ruby eggs. I'm going to show you how to make the ruby eggs. This nice crispy, spicy, crispy hard-boiled egg. From this to this, I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so what you need is some hard-boiled eggs, like so, and you need a sharp knife. I'm using a chopper, so don't you be using a chopper. All right, just put some cuts into it, small cuts, nothing too deep. Why that is so the spices can actually go inside the egg, so it makes them a little bit more interesting. All right, not only that, but it leaves a lovely shape on, lovely design on it when you sort of cook it. There you go. There you are. See, just right the way from top to bottom, not too deep, because if you make it too deep, then it cuts in there, and if it cuts in there, then it might break up. All right, so that's what you've got to be careful of. Okay, where you see the yolk sort of showing on the surface, don't cut on there because it's likely to break up. All right, and if you are going to go on it, just do it very, very thin. Okay, there you go. So we've got 4 eggs, which has been scalded, and we've got our oil. Now the oil has to be hot and it has to be almost smoking, because what we've got to do is we've got to put the spices in the oil now. And after we put the spices, we're going to put the eggs in straight away, okay? And what's going to do is going to burn and it's going to singe it more or less, all right? And that's what we've got to do. So you've got to be a little bit careful. Okay, so make sure the temperature of the oil is right. Okay, just below it's smoking. This is about 1 teaspoonful. There you are, see? Maybe add another one actually. Okay, I'm going to wait for it to smoke a little, and then I'm going to put the eggs in, like so. All right. The thing is at this stage here, sort of slightly turn them around gently, slowly turn them around, so it's fried right the way around. There you go, they're nearly done now, see? Now, there you go. There's the ones that I did earlier. Ruby egg masala. You're going to need the ruby eggs. You're going to need some onions, finely chopped. You're going to need the express tikka masala kit. You're going to need fresh coriander, a little bit of seasoning of salt, some sugar, or a sweetener if you can't have sugar. Okay, artificial sweetener will do the job. You can use tomato puree. I've decided to use 4 tablespoons of passata. I've got some cream here. Now you can use fromage fry, but I have cream here. Okay, and you need a little bit of oil. What we need to do is put a pan or a wok on the hob and heat it up on a medium flame. Okay, now we need to add the oil and everything else, so let's go with this. Let's heat it up. Okay, don't need a great deal of onion, only a little bit. That's probably 1/4 of an onion. Fry it up. Okay, you need a bit of salt for seasoning. Okay, and just fry it up and let it go soft a minute. It's been frying for about a minute now. See, starting to change colour. I'm going to reduce the heat flame because now I'm going to work on it. You see, that's the secret. When you're going to work on something, take it off the flame or completely turn it off. In fact, I'm going to turn it off just to be on the safe side, because then it's not going to burn. I mean, this is cooked up nicely. What we're going to do at this stage here now is we need to put the masala. We need to infuse the spices. Now that's 2.5 tablespoonful. And what I'm doing is I'm infusing the masala. Okay. God, that smells gorgeous. Look at that. It smells delicious. It does. What we want to do is we want to add passata now. Okay, now remember I turned the flame off because I didn't want the spices to burn. Alright, but what they have is they've infused quite nicely with the masala. Mix it all in. Just cook it for a minute. You don't need to spend a lot of time on this now, but I'm going to add the cream. And Remember, if you're using fromage fry or you're using yogurt, all right, add at the very last minute. You don't want to be adding it at this stage here. Why that is because it'll start splitting. Okay, so if you use fromage fry or you use low-fat yogurt, if you're on a diet and if you're counting your sins or your pro points and so on, put the yogurt in last. What we're going to do is we're going to bring it up to simmer, and that will change its colour as well. I'm going to add a little bit of water to that actually. I mean, basically I've still got the cream in the bottom of the glass, so I'm just going to add a little bit of that. And just let it simmer and you'll see the sauce come out. It's a very, very nice, rich, creamy masala sauce. It's delicious. Let's simmer this for a minute and we'll come back to that about a minute's time. Okay, and there you are. Just put the ruby eggs in there. Like so. Garnish with some fresh coriander and sweetener to taste. I've got artificial sweetener here, so you might need to put a little bit more in. This is the first time for me. This is a new one for me. I've not tried this masala before actually, but it's really nice. Now you're making this with the Express Masala kit. That's the Express Masala kit made in 5 minutes.